When should you start pumping? One of the first questions new moms ask us, when should I start pumping? The answer really depends on your situation. If your baby is born full term, healthy, and latches well, there is actually no need to pump right away. The first few weeks are about establishing your milk supply through direct breastfeeding. However, if your baby is premature in the NICU or struggling with latching, pumping from the very beginning is essential to stimulate and protect your milk supply. Generally, for moms who are exclusively breastfeeding, it's recommended to wait at least 3 to 4 weeks before introducing the pump, unless you need to build a stash early or relieve engorgement. By week 4 or 6, you can start pumping once a day if your supply is stable and baby is feeding well. If you're planning to return to work, start building your stash 2 to 3 weeks in advance, gradually introducing a pump routine that mimics your future work schedule. This helps your body adjust without causing oversupply. Why do moms pump? Mothers pump for various reasons and all are valid. Some pump to relieve engorgement, especially in the early days when the milk comes in rapidly and the breasts feel full and tight. Others pump because the baby can't latch due to medical reasons like tongue tie or prematurity. Pumping can also be a way to increase milk supply, especially if your baby is a sleepy feeder and not nursing effectively. Another major reason is returning to work. Pumping allows moms to continue breastfeeding even when they are away from the baby. It also helps if you want your partner or family to take over some feeds and bond with the baby. Some moms also pump to donate milk, which is a beautiful way to help NICU babies in need. And then there are those who are exclusively pumping, which is a full time job in itself and deserves huge appreciation. Types of breast pumps. There are different types of pumps, and choosing the right one is important. Electric breast pumps are the most commonly used and come in both single and double options. A double electric pump saves time and is ideal if you're pumping multiple times a day or returning to work. If you're an exclusive pumper or have low supply issues, you might even want to invest in a hospital grade pump. These are more efficient and mimic the baby sucking better. Then there are manual pumps which are great for occasional use, travel, or quick relief. They don't require power, but they can be tiring or long term use. Recently, wearable pumps have gained popularity. They are wireless and can be worn inside your bra, offering hands free convenience. However, they are not always as powerful as electric pumps, especially in the early stages. Lastly, hand expression is a powerful, cost free method, especially useful in the early postpartum days or to collect every last drop after a session. How to pump effectively? To get the most milk, you need to set the stage for a productive pumping session. First, find a calm, private space where you can relax. Stress can inhibit your letdown reflex, so consider gentle breast massage or placing a warm cloth on your breast for 2 to 3 minutes. Listening to relaxing music or looking at your baby's photo or video can help stimulate letdown. Stay hydrated and eat a nourishing snack if needed. When pumping, start with the stimulation mode to mimic your baby's quick sucking. Once you see milk flow, switch to expression mode, which uses slower, deep suction. Each session should last about 15 to 20 minutes or until milk flow slows. Make sure your flange size is correct, and incorrect flange can lead to pain, poor output, or even blocked ducts. After pumping, you can also do a few minutes of hand expression to fully empty the breasts, especially if you're building a stash or treating a dip in supply.